Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're looking for a cash advance up to $10,000, I'm going to tell you some of the best resources to get access to that money. Okay. Now, some of you all may not be aware, you may already have access to these resources and you're not even using them. All right. And especially for you guys that have bad credit, I got a couple things for you. So hold on. Now, here's the thing about it. Let's look at a first option for cash advance. And the reason I'm looking at this here card is because a lot of people, they tend to get approved for it. However, they're not even aware that they do a cash advance. All right. And so the first one is PayPal. Okay. The PayPal MasterCard. Yes, you can actually liquidate that card. All right. Now, given that they may charge $10 or a 5% fee, whichever is more, right? However, you can actually liquidate that card. Now, one of the best ways that you can possibly liquidate that card is buying Visa gift cards, or you can sign up for Plastic or Melio. And if you have somebody in business that you may owe an invoice to, you can have them to send you an invoice for the amount that you owe them and then give you the rest of the money back, if you catch my drift. Okay, so that's an option for you. All right, then here's the thing about it, why I was looking at PayPal, because PayPal, especially for you guys that have bad credit, PayPal uses Synchrony to issue this card. Okay, and with Synchrony, they use Advantage for TransUnion. Now, this is why it's good for you guys that have bad credit, because remember, I continue to tell you to use the Credit Karma hack, meaning that you can challenge all your negative items through Credit Karma on the TransUnion and Equifax, right? You can challenge all your usually when you challenge those items, it usually takes up to 48 to 72 hours to take effect. Okay, then when you have bad credit, wait till those negative items are frozen. Okay, so they're no longer reporting on the credit file. Now, there's something else. Since they use Synchrony, one of the options that you also can use is adding an authorized user. Okay, by you adding an authorized user, this is going to help you push down your debt to income ratio. It's going to give you a longer credit history, right? And so that's the reason why it gives you a little more leverage to add on an authorized user and rental payment, especially when you're using Advantage 4 or Advantage 3 or a FICO 9 scoring model. This is why this is so important. So the first one is PayPal. Now, here's the next one. And you may have this here card also. It's Home Depot. Many of you all may have seen my video where I was explaining how to liquidate Home Depot. That's right, your regular Home Depot department store card. And so I have a video, so I'll just break it down, simplify, and you can go look at the video because there's other tactics in that video. However, what I was telling people with the Home Depot card, if you want to liquidate it, what you have to do when you go to Home Depot, you have to grab like a few toiletries, okay? So that may be paper towels, dish detergent, soap, or something like that. Then you can grab some Visa gift cards. The reason you cannot just grab Visa gift cards and stuff like that, because it looks like you're trading credit for credit, okay? And so instead of doing a purchase, so that's the reason like you may get your card cut off. Now, with Home Depot, they are through Citibank, okay? And so with Citibank, they use Equifax for the Home Depot. Okay, I'm just giving you some heads up so you can be aware. That's another reason I told you to go over to go over to Credit Karma and do those challenges and remove those negative items off of the credit file. All right, so that's a second way. All right, now here's the thing about it. Like I told you, you can file class actions. You can go to classaction.org. There's plenty of corporations, big corporations, that's been sued for billions of dollars that you can actually put a claim in with no receipt. With no receipt, you can just go down a list. You may have had some type of relationship with that company or something like that, and with no receipt, you can put in a claim and they'll send you out a check. Okay? This is for people that just don't have no money, and you may be on a fixed income and you need some money and stuff like that, but it's something that's helpful to you. I'm gonna tell you about some other places that'll give you a loan with low income and stuff like that in a minute, but I'm just giving you some other resources to help you as well. Remember, I always tell you about findhelp.org. Okay, again, if you are behind on your rent, if you are behind on your utility bills, if you need food, if you need medical assistance, right? Go to findhelp.org. Put in your zip code, and it's going to give you all the charitable departments, okay? All the charitable organizations in your area, okay? That's the reason why I'm telling you, you should use this. Now, there's another place that you may have money sitting there and you're not even aware, okay? And that's with unclaimed, unclaimed.org. That's right. The state may be having money of yours that you never claimed. And all you have to do is go in there and put in your name and your address, okay? And they will give you, if you owe any money, and you can look it up per each state, you can look it up to see any of the states you have resided in or whatever, to see if the state is holding any money in your name, okay? So that's definitely something that you should take into consideration. Now, there's another place for you to get funding. And I always tell people, these here platforms, the reason I tell you to, when you have very bad credit and you're trying to get loans and stuff like that, you should go to a platform. And the first platform we're talking about is like Big Buck Loans. Now, granted, they don't offer a whole lot of money. They only offer up to $5,000. However, they work with people that are on a fixed income, okay? And their interest rate usually starts around 5.99, and they're very flexible. And the reason they're very flexible is because they don't have to jump through all of the red tape, and it's not dependent on your DTI, your debt to income ratio. They're focused more on, do you have an active checking account? Okay. Now, one of the things I know people ask, well, do they accept Chime? Well, here's the thing about it. Some lenders do, some lenders don't. More lenders are trying to open up to accepting a Chime bank account, long as they're attached to Plaid. And so since Chime is starting to use Plaid, it's definitely an option for you. Now, you also have Albert. Now, I tell you about Albert when you have a job, because not only will they give you a cash advance loan of $1,000, however, they would also, you can also petition to apply for up to $10,000 loan when you have bad credit as well. And that's through Albert. All right. Now, another platform that you probably have a higher chance of approval, especially when you have low income and bad credit, is Green Dollar Loans. They're similar to Big Buck Loans. They go up to $5,000. Interest rates is 5.99. Okay. Now, again, because with your platform, they use tribal lenders. Okay. And so your tribal lenders, because they're not regulated by the federal government, they have a little more flexibility to work with you to possibly give you access to some capital. All right. So I hope this video helps you. If you have any comments about business credit funding, personal credit funding, or removing negative items, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation.